Right. Have you heard of Violet Jessup?
Don't think so.
Well, you're about to know so.
Was it the person that started the tech chain Jessup's?
If it was, that is
What a
a story to
coincidence.
tell. They have a background which I
Yeah.
don't know, you'd plaster it over every shop, and they haven't,
true.
so it's not.
It's very true.
So Violet Jessup, she was a nurse and an ocean liner stewardess, Nick. She was nicknamed, I'll tell you her nickname at the end, but she was a nurse and a stewardess. Do you want to know which ship she was a nurse on first?
Okay, famous ships. I know, Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic.
Fucking hell, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Okay.
guess that's not really hard.
So she was on the Titanic.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell you what happened to that old thing, but
yeah.
big crashy iceberg. This is a horribly belittling way to describe a horrible, senseless tragedy in which many
Yeah.
people died. But so Titanic went down. Don't need to explain it to anyone. She survived it. Okay, you're thinking, well, I'm sure a few people did survive it. Grown-up Kate Winslet survived it in the film I watched.
She survived it.
She did,
I mean,
and she survived it long enough to go at the end.
yeah, I wish we could
her.
say the same for our dear friend Leo.
Yeah, spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen the Titanic.
I mean, if you haven't seen Titanic, what are you doing?
Exactly. Who are you?
You've had so many years to watch
Yeah, you
it.
don't get to turn up now and go, what? I didn't know that he died.
Yeah.
Come off it, all right?
Yeah.
Even if you haven't seen it, you know deep
Yeah.
down Leo dies.
Step off the porch, mate.
Right. So, Violet Jessup survived the Titanic. And then, in 1916, 4 years later, she was a nurse and an ocean liner stewardess on the HMHS Britannic. Now, I'd heard of that ship before.
Is Britannic as in the one that's in
Britannic.
Bristol?
Britannic was the sister ship of the Titanic,
Oh,
which also crashed and sank.
I learned
Many
about this when I
people
went to the
died.
Titanic Museum.
And she survived it as well.
Okay.
And then there was a third boat she was a stewardess on after the Britannic called the RMS Olympic, which crashed into a warship on the ocean, sank, people died, and she survived it.
Right. So this is the thing.
That's
It's
it.
definitely coincidental that she keeps being on things that crashes, but the whole story of it it's more like luck.
It is just lucky. This is exactly what you were talking about. The
This-
line
this
between
is what
luck
I was
and
saying.
coincidence. It's
And-
not much of a coincidence. It's just like, wow,
Yeah.
lucky.
But
lucky old Jessup.
I'll say this: I've never heard of someone so simultaneously unlucky and lucky at the same
I
time.
know, like she has a real habit for coming into horrible amounts of
awful
unluck
situations,
and then
yeah.
getting out of it all right.
and then being so lucky on the other end of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, firstly, bet she's got some well good stories to tell.
Yeah.
She's probably dead now, right? That was a while ago.
Yeah, I mean the Titanic was what, 112,
It was 1912, wasn't it? 16?
Nick, did you just say?
No, I was going to say it was like
Yeah,
100
who
and
could
something
forget the
years.
Titanic as it took its maiden voyage on the year
In
112
112.
AC.
Yeah, it's just like a stick floating in a river with people on it. Like,
Down like
We've
the River
made it.
Jordan.
yeah, they don't have the skills
It was
to do that.
1912 Titanic. So she's not alive, is she?
She's definitely
She was
dead.
a stewardess.
Rest in peace.
She's like at least 100 years old. If
But
she
she
is
might
alive,
be. She might be well old.
if she is alive, I bet she. Well, I mean, she probably can't do anything because of her age and physicality, but I bet she'd probably steer clear of all bodies of water now,
Well, do you
including a
wanna know-
bath.
This is another podcast. Two people